Hello and welcome to the episode 6 of Honkai Impact Part 2, the Chapter 1. This will be actually the Act 3 of the Chapter 1, and Chapter 1 seems like literally really long to be, which is nice, and we probably will also maintain this long chapters every patch. And we are here in Oshia. And we are about to go back to Longqiu to stop the True of Sacrifice, which name I kind of forgot already. Oh man, but those names. I will probably not next time all the names. But yeah, he's about to do something bad with 10 miseries. And yeah, and also, Carolee is back with us, because Duolingo was forced to activate the portal back to Langqiu, and this is what we also are. We are right now trying to stabilize the connection. Let's go. No way you will do recap for me. Huh? That's a 10 misery symbol. What? Why did we had? What? Why did we had Diana and Teresa? Some say that future, just another word for fear. Without such a deep connection between them, they probably find it difficult to explain why fear is so difficult to eradicate. But sometimes things can be viewed from different perspectives. In some languages, yesterday and tomorrow are in fact the same word. Therefore, that's true. That's true. If I'm not mistaken, in Poland, is it the case? But revisiting yesterday and tomorrow, and everything in between, by some standards, this seemingly impossible task is surprisingly easy to accomplish. Duonigues the doggo.
的确拔出来了。
Wait, does doggo speak? Yes, I did not expect it. This is one of the 7 nails, by the way. Also, I cannot just ignore the 7 nails and 7 nails in Genshin. It's been pulled out. It's the last party, right? We did it.
但在做到这种事之后，却完全对他的力量置之不理，任由他们四下流散。
But ignoring his power and allowing them to scatter around afterwards.
也罢，对他来说，留在丁中的力量原本也就微不足道。
So be it. The power left in the nail was insignificant to him anyway.
说到底，他们不过是在帮我节约时间。
Truth be told, they were just saving me time.
倒也无可奈何。
Nothing can be done about it. Huh? This is the True of Sacrifice.
说到底，100年前的身殉一死，的确让我成为了另一种存在。
That self-sacrifice a century ago made me a different kind of being.
即使在气丁中留存力量的，是以术为名的超然之人。
Humans, called Shoes, preserve the power in the 7 nails.
但这终归是区区人力，不值一提。
But no matter how you put it, it's just human power, not even worth mentioning.
而那座影坛，说是我的埋骨之地也好，说是我的遗骸也罢。
But the pool of shadows, whether it's my burial place or mine remains.
对你来说，才是值得一取的伟力。
For you, it's a formidable power worth obtaining.
利托斯特，
Litost.
久违了，从未想过一个死人会重现于此，
Look,
是吗？
looks like the dog is not quite happy to see us. At least he makes this defensive position. It's been a while. Never thought a dead man would reappear here, right? For a while, it seemed that no one could tell whether the surprise is revealed at this moment was due to the other seeing through its plan, or simply because of the other's appearance. Looks like Duonigues was not aware of it. As sung in the poems or later generation, without a doubt, the man before them, he eliminated all his will and desires, all glory and pain. He should not and cannot possibly be standing here.
不，这是迟早的事。
Not really. It was only a matter of time.
不错，在漫长的时间以前，我们就应该明白，
True. We should have known that.
你我若非共死，就不得不同生。
If we don't die together, we will just have to live together. And Duolingo is like simply a shadow form of a dog which was somehow tied, like he was not summoned, like he has actually no, he does like by his own will.
这还真够可怜。
Maybe they have a covenant with each other. Pathetic.
不过，在那一刻到来时，我也的确希望拥有一个更亲密的观众。
But when the moment comes, I hope there's a more intimate audience.
利托斯特，你终究还是离开太久了。
Litost, you have been gone for too long.
整座影坛，对我来说不是值得一取，而是已入掌中。
To me, the entire pool of shadows isn't worth having, but is already in my grasp.
殉死的生命从不属于你。那么，为什么你会认为一份力量真正的主人需要自己去取得这份力量呢？
You never had a reputation for sacrifice, so why would you think the true owner of this power needs to obtain it themselves? A reputation for sacrifice. It's true of sacrifice,
但
isn't
愿
it?
如此。
I hope so.
不过，如果事情的确如你所说，你又为什么非得在这种时候赶回来不可？
If what you said is true, then why did you have to return right now?
离开此处，不是耗费了你诸多心血吗？
You tried very hard to leave this place, didn't you?
正应其时罢了。对那座单薄的城市而言，我所留下的印记已经足够。
I did what needed to be done at the time. For that fragile city, the imprint I left on it is enough.
但愿如此。
I hope so.
我原本以为，你是为了不再见到我。
I thought you were trying to never see me again.
你可没那么重的分量。
You're not that important.
是吗？那拥有这种分量的人，又或者敌手，究竟是谁？
Oh, you think so? Then who is?
尽管我不认为你能如同玄和柱火般运势影坛的一切，但任何个体都还远远配不上成为他的敌手。
I don't think you can wield the pool of shadows full power, but no one can match its power regardless. By the way, he does remind one on Kevin with his actions. Like, I am the only one who have to do it. I can only bear the power.
你倒是也有这种不那么吃鱼的时候。
Likewise, even you have moments where you are not so dumb. I don't know, this hate relationship actually makes them look quite like more like
没
friends.
错，没有任何个体配得上。
Yes, no individual is worthy. But
你眼前的这一方世界又如何呢？
what about the world before you?
果然，
I knew it.
说到底，你想求得一个公平，对吗？
You're just after fairness, aren't you?
你别想知道。
You will never find out.
不久之后，你眼前的一切都将不复存在，或者说，大为不同。
Soon, everything before you will no longer exist, or rather, no longer exist as it does now.
如同你所知道的那样，这里只有经由毁灭，才有可能从废渊中升起。
As you know, this place can only be risen through destruction.
然后，你才能
And then, you can
死得其所。
die where you belong. True of sacrifice, searching for his death. Meanwhile, or slightly later, a grand beam of straight light once again connected the sky and the earth, heralding the return of multiple girls with an ominous aura, as if it were signaling an impended apocalypse.
嗨，郎秋，我们又来啦！
Hey, Longqiu, we are back.
至少这次的落地还算平稳。
At least the landing was smooth this time.
相信我，从天上跳下来那也不会有事。
Believe me, even jumping out of the sky isn't gonna cause any problems.
事不宜迟，我们立刻出发。
Time is ticking. Shall we leave now? 不出发？
我们真的有弄清楚要去哪里吗？
Do we know where to go?
按照之前的线索来看，那只名为多尼戈尔的狗，应该能在廊丘与欧夏之间来回穿梭吧。
Based on the clues, that dog Duonigues should be able to walk between Longqiu and Oxia, right?
我们的目标是否清楚，这取决于你的判断标准。
Whether our goal is clear depends on how you see it.
比如说，考虑到寻梦者的身体状况，我刚才采用了较为具有效率，而非更加全面稳妥的那一种。
For example, considering the entropy's physical condition, I opted for an approach that put efficiency over safety.
如果各位希望我们的搜查方案更为稳妥，
If you would all prefer a safer investigation,
先给我等等，
hold on a second.
请你尽可能详细的描述自己的方案，并且表明采取这种方案的详细原因和利弊。
Coralie already knows how to handle her, like at least in some capacity. How about you describe your plan in as much details as possible, then say why you choose it, and its pros and cons.
唉，听他讲完，你就不奇怪我为什么要这么问了。
Yeah. After I ask it out loud, you won't be surprised why I ask that. Yeah, you won't be very precise with Is she sure of gadgets? No, she's sure of perception. She's perception.
那如各位所愿。
Alright, as you wish.
首先，请容我介绍具有效率的方案。在这种情况下，各位的目标是以最快的速度找到多尼戈尔，所以 在线索不足的情况下，我们要对他的行迹进行推测。
First, allow me to introduce the efficient plan. In this plan, you have to find Duonigues as quickly as possible. So, without enough clues, we will have to guess where it is.
不久之前，经由我的帮助，克拉丽拔出过7钉之一。
Not long ago, Coralie pulled out one of the 7 nails with my help.
当时为了让影响尽量可控，我们选择了属于利托斯特的那个。以他如今的存在形式而言，其中蕴含的些许力量确实微不足道。
To make the impact as controllable as possible, we chose the one belonging to Litost. In its current form, the power inside it is pretty much negligible.
不过，对于多尼戈尔来说，事情并非如此。根据我既往的观察，他绝不可能允许他人接触利托斯特的遗物。
However, things are different for Duonigues. Based on my observations, it would never allow others to touch Litost relic.
因此，在我们前回欧夏的同时，他也赶往了那里。
Because of that, Duonigues rushed there while we sneaked back to Oshia.
但这件事已经发生一段时间了吧？我们现在过去，是不是有点刻舟求剑？
But it's been some time, hasn't it? Do we really have to go there now?
我理解你的顾虑，但就效率而言，这总好过漫无目的的进行追踪。
I understand your concern, but it's better than aimlessly running around in the name of efficiency.
那全面稳妥的那一种，又是什么样的方案？
Alright, so what's the safer plan?
很简单，
Simple.
这位寻梦者需要我为你和松雀物色一处双人墓地吗？
What? Entropy, would you like me to find a grave for you and Songque? You mean grave, like our grave?
这件事不难，因为松雀小姐甚至可以自己去看风水。准备完2位的后事，我们就可以心无旁骛地搜索廊丘和欧夏的每一处，确保万无一失。
Maybe I don't quite get it, but you mean grave. It won't be difficult. Miss Songque can even check the location herself. After taking care of you both, we can search every inch of Longqiu and Oshia to ensure nothing goes wrong.
我确实不奇怪你刚才为什么要那么问了，克拉丽。
Now I know why you asked that, Coralie.
不愧是决议，还好松雀不在，要让他听见了，不又得呸你，然后拼命念叨什么大吉大利之类。
That's who Aunt Perception is. It's a good thing Songque isn't here. Wait, where is Songque? I've kind of forgot. Otherwise she would be knocking on wood and murmuring about fortune smiling down on her.
缺什么？
Aunt who?
松雀之前不是介绍说你是一位美妇人吗？那用阿姨的辈分应该没问题吧？
The way Songque introduced you before, it only seems right to call you aunt.
等等，什么叫做还好松雀不在？我们不是一起来的，他人呢？
Yeah, wait, yeah, right, we did came together. Wait, what did you mean by it? Isn't it a good thing Songque isn't here? Didn't we come together? Where is she?
哦，
Man, Songque. The girl who has crash landed from the sky answered to the crowd. Although no one could actually explain the origin of the anchor of the apocalypse, at least for now, every time it was activated as a pathway, it would drop one of the travelers who would then be oblivious when casually thrown into another world, it's become sort of a standard procedure. Why? Who created this that won't have to be? Poor Songque can just take a break. Oh my god. She's Caroline and Songque, very funny characters.
大吉大利，大吉大利。
Fortune, Fortune, smile down on me. Fortune, smile down on me.
果然是这一句呢。
I knew she would say that.
你还好吧，松雀？不过你再怎么说也是位数，这应该算小意思。
Are you okay, Songque? You are a shoe, so you will be fine, right?
瞧你说的，那当然。
Yeah, sure. After barely standing up, a frown grew on her face and she fell down again, seeming to have twisted a part of her body.
咱怎么说也是位数，有人背着走两步，也算不上排场太大吧。
Is anyone interested in carrying a shoe for a while? Carrying a shoe for a while? Why does it sound in English so wrong?
不得不说，我现在越来越怀疑树的含金量了。
I have to say, I'm starting to doubt the value of shoes.
可能也是好事，毕竟我们的对手大约还是树的手下败将。
Maybe it's a good thing. Our opponent was probably beaten by Shu once.
那我们现在是不是终于可以出发了？
Can we set off now?
无论如何，先去看看吧。
Yeah, let's go and take a look first.
你们倒是等等我呀！咱还没起身呢。
Hey, wait for me! I haven't got up yet! Oh, Songque.
风景不错，
Receive a
要出
book.
发吗？
Now we experience the 30 FPS gameplay. Can I just teleport my way back? I just use teleport. Concentrate. No exploration. Exploration later. Only main story.
等等，
Wait a minute. This place seems...
寻梦者，发生什么了吗？
What's wrong, Entropy?
很奇怪，之前来廊丘的时候，我们也经过了这附近，可与那时相比，
Strange. We passed through this area when we came to Longqiu. But compared to then,
数据之海对这里的侵蚀似乎要严重得多。
the corruption of the sea of data in this place seems much more severe now. By the way, sea of data, I kinda had a conversation between different sea of data and sea of Quanta, and sea of data probably really like a different space on the edge of sea of Quanta. We'll look into it more. I'm not sure if I'm right, but it seems like it's not the same.
那当然，虽说不至于乱了分寸，但支撑天地的停柱，可当真是被咱们拆了一个哟。
That sounds about right. Although it wasn't to the point of chaos, we did dismantle one of the pillars supporting the sky and earth.
所以，如果没有影子加以平衡，整个廊丘都会在一段时间后变成这种样子。
So without the balance of the shadows, all of Longqiu will become like this at some point.
而要是反过来，影子这种类似于全能的存在，也会在过犹不及的情况下超出控制。
And on the other hand, those that are similar to the authorities, like the shadows, will go beyond control in excessive circumstances.
然也，阴阳相生，五行之道，莫不如此。
Yes, like yin and yang, and the 5 elements. It makes actually both yin yang 5 elements, that's like 7.
过犹不及，那具体是指
Beyond control? Can you be more specific?
推测，过犹不及，具体是指事情做得太过，可能会和做得还不够一样糟糕。
I assume beyond control means that doing too much might be as disastrous as not doing enough.
松雀，能麻烦你先把他身上的点读机关掉吗？我们有自己的智能翻译软件。
Longqiu, can you turn off its audio reader? We have our own intelligent translation software. Intelligent. Oh, I can't. Caroline.
点读机还有软件都是什么？
What do you mean by audio reader and software?
看来你们还是需要我的帮助。
Looks like you still need my help. See, for Songque is audio reader quite important.
不，那不重要。
No, it's not important.
回到之前的话题吧。目前来说，所谓过犹不及的结果，仍然只是一种推测。毕竟我们对于影子的本质还一无所知。
Let's get back to the topic. This talk of being beyond control is just mere speculation. We know nothing about the nature of the shadow.
但既然它拥有近似全能的特性，基于过去的种种案例，我们有理由使用地球的常识来预测其走向。
But since it's similar to the authority, based on various past cases, we have a reason to use Ersen common sense to predict its next move. Interesting word, Ersen. Even why isn't even like with capital written in English? You don't write in capital, right?
也就是催生律者。
Unless it's like some name, which is spawning Hershas.
果然，你也在担心这件事。
So we are worried about the same thing. Oh, we are here repeating the story of spawning Hershas.
如果
It
地
won't
球上的
happen.
绿者能独自毁灭整个大洲，对世界炮来说，那种情况显然和世界末日没有区别。
If the Hersha on Earth can destroy an entire continent alone, that would spell doomsday for a bubble universe.
哦，希娜，希娜，你听得懂他们这些门道？
Zena, can you understand what they are talking about?
那倒没有，其实不光他们，陈学姐也好，决一也好，你也好，有一技之长的人，总有几句话不太好懂。不过，我也多少习惯这种让人半懂不懂的说话方式了。
No. Actually, not just them. Even Aunt Perception, Langqui, and you. Guild people always use certain words that regular folk can't understand. But I'm pretty much used to this kind of things by now.
那就好像习惯说方言的人，讲话自然会带口音一样。咱们多逛逛耳音，总归能听得越来越明白嘛。
It's like people who are used to speaking in dialects have accents. The more we listen, the more we understand.
你这倒是有点能跟咱当同行的天赋。
You have a talent for working with me in that aspect.
可是松雀，这反而不对劲。
Songque, this doesn't add up.
这附近在持续的被海侵蚀，也就是说，自克拉丽和我离开之后，直到现在，丁都没有复原。
This area is constantly being corrupted by the sea. In other words, the nail has not recovered since Coralie and I left. Meaning the nail... This nail, probably in the background. I think they are sure of the sacrifice got his power back.
你的意思是，多尼戈尔根本没有回到过这里？
Are you saying that Duonigues or Duonigues never returned here?
不可能
It can be.
啊！你们这么确信？难道说因为它是狗，所以对自己的主人就特别忠诚？
Eh? How can you be so sure? Just because it's a dog, does that mean it has to be loyal to its owner?
这可难说哦。
Well, that's hard to tell.
啊，不过他们的关系是奇怪了些。这么说吧，
They do have a strange relationship. Let me put it this way.
就算他们想对咱实话实说，咱可能也不敢信。
Even if they wanted to tell us the truth, we might not dare believe it.
一般而言，人们会使用孽缘来概括这种旁人无法理解的关系。
Generally speaking, people use the term karmic affinity to summarize such inexplicable relationship.
事存蹊跷，这对各位的计划而言当然是一重变数。不过，它或许也会让我们的调查更有价值。
Something is odd. It's a variable in your plan, but it may also make our investigation more valuable.
只是各位多少要更留心一些。
You need to be more careful.
接下来是什么样的冒险呢？
What is?
一鼓作气，
Okay.
出发！
No distractions? R? Oh no. We'll do F.
是在数据之海里见过的那些，
Sea of data.
果然两种侵蚀都很麻烦。
Both types of corruption. Troublesome indeed.
生老病死，有
Which
哪个
part
不
of
麻烦？
mortality isn't troublesome?
家族马勒，这话倒是有
That
趣。
sounds interesting.
决定了，就是你。天地三才，一倒计时，听之。
Okay, this is like the same enemies
到此为
that we
止。
encounter in Sea of Data. We encounter right now in here.
大家要跟上来。
Investigate the nail.
虽说要留心一些，但这里看起来也挺安全的嘛。
I know we need to be cautious, but this plan looks quite safe.
克拉丽，你们当时是怎么把它拔出来的？一眼看上去，它倒是
Oh
没有。
no. Coralie, how did you put it out? It seems okay just by looking at it. Are we receiving some... You know what? When I think about it, our powers... Like Dreamseeker's powers, like receiving the not memory fragments, but looking into the past or like the future, she is somewhat related to quantum physics power of being at multiple places at once. The more I look at this and think how Mihoyo, like the writers work, I think we will get right now a flashback from what happened here. Maybe? Huh?
这究竟？
What on earth?
许梦者，你怎么了？
What's the matter, Entropy?
算是很正常的现象。虽然对各位来说目不能见，但拔出钉子时所释放的力量仍然放逸于这片区域。
It's a normal phenomenon. Although you can't see it, the power released when pulling out the nail is lingering here.
对受到离恶石像纠缠的人来说，他们和某种过敏源并无分别。
For those entangled by the 10 faces of misery, it's no different from a kind of allergen.
那你倒是早说呀！我问许梦者，你还有什么想吃的东西吗？
Hey! You should have said it sooner. Hey, Entropy! Is there anything else you would like to eat? I will take you right away.
放心，你距离殉死还很遥远。
Don't worry. You are far from the sacrifice.
除非足够长寿，否则除了那个名为绝的怪诞之物，你们应该都没有再度见证那一刻的机会。
Unless you live long enough. Otherwise, apart from that strange being called perception, you probably won't get to witness it again. strange being called perception. This is the sphere because Songque is this deception. Longqiu is this perception. It's not perception. Oh my god, I'm kind of thrown.
当然，确实也有人因知晓自己无法见证的事物，反倒受尽折磨。
However, not getting to witness it is a torment for some people.
我猜你是在问，我究竟是谁？
I guess you mean who I am?
其实，你听过我的声音，见过我的容貌。
You have heard my voice and seen how I look.
只可惜，那并不是我。
Unfortunately, that wasn't me. Going on. And we pulled over in some sort of like down Duonigues shadow, the shadow of the dog. We put some sort of down into a dreamscape.
离恶实相，此犬亦是其一，且最为凶恶。
Among all the 10 faces of misery, this dog is the most ferocious one.
所以，你就是利托斯特。
So you are Litost?
不，我不是。
No, I'm not. Oh my, like, again, he reminds one on Kevin. Like, literally, if he says, right, no, I'm not, let me guess, you are the shadow of Litost, the same as the Kevin was the shadow, not the shadow, but the keeper of Kaslana's Sigma space.
只不过对你来说，我的确是
Or
他。
maybe not. But to you, I am. Are you Litost? No, gaslighting, 100%.
身为殉死之树，利托斯特早已故去。
Litost, the shoe of sacrifice, passed away ages ago.
他费了一辈子的功夫，试图让自己的人生了然无痕，可却还是剩下了我。
He spent his entire life trying to make his life ones that left no trace. But I'm still here. Yeah, like sort of shadow. What's going on?
人们都说，无论什么事，他都要把和自己有干系的痕迹料理得干干净净。
People say that he cleans up any of his traces, no matter what.
在过去的那个时代，就算有不少人听过他的名头，却也拿不出半点此人在世上走过一遭的证据。
In that era, people could not find a shred of evidence of his existence, even though many had heard of his name.
就连七树的其他成员，有段时间也以为他只是一段被捏造出来的都市传说。
Even other members of the Shu once considered him a mere urban legend.
所以讽刺的是，我还在这里。
So it's ironic that I'm still here. Like his name should be literally right now, instead of exclamation marks, be not Litost.
你究竟是谁？
Who are you exactly?
对你来说，我的确是里头斯。
Okay, for you, I am Litost, but I'm not.
没什么，只是帮多尼戈尔保护一些他可怜的隐私罢了。
Forget about it. I'm just helping Duonigues protect his poor privacy.
好吧，
Mr.
那么
Unknown,
不
Mr.
知
Not
名的影子
Litost.
先生，你找我有何贵干？
Fine, so, Mr. Unknown, what brings you here to me?
当一个人来到别人的坟墓，如果这样打招呼，未免有些不得体吧？
Greeting a man at his grave like this might seem a tad inappropriate, don't you think? Well, like, okay, this was like the nail of sacrifice, and it looks like it's his grave. Okay, got it.
不过，直率也有直率的好处。
But being direct has its benefits.
此时此刻，诅咒你的离恶石像正化身为我的模样，用我的声音，将殉死之兽的命运与你连结。
At this moment, the 10 faces of misery curse on you is causing a transformation to my appearance and connecting the fate of the beast of sacrifice to you with my voice. Let's go with it again. At this moment, the 10 faces of misery curse on you. Oh, I remember Songque and we got cursed. A transformation to my appearance and connecting the fate of the beast of the sacrifice to you with my voice, and then he appeared like in this form to her.
至于这样究竟会发生什么，
As for what will happen,
就让我们拭目以待吧。
we will find out. We will find out. Hi, we're back.
闪电
无需紧张，寻梦者并无饥渴之象，而且既然眼下我和松雀都在场，这点过敏源也称不上有多么危险。
No need to worry. Entropy doesn't seem hungry. And with both Longqiu and I present, this allergen isn't too dangerous.
你们在说什么？
What are you talking about?
再说你的身体啊！哎，你现在不难受了？
We are talking about your condition, huh? Are you feeling better now?
难受？
What do you mean feeling better now? Entropy told everyone about the encounter with Mr.Unknown.
啊，真的假的？大概也就不到1分钟的时间，他竟然能和你说这么多话。
Huh? Is it true? Said all that to you in less than a minute?
不到1分钟？
Less than a minute?
是啊，你刚才突然感觉不舒服，我们正要想办法，刚刚七嘴八舌了几句，你就又生龙活虎了。
Yes, you suddenly fell off just now, and we were thinking about what to do, but then you went back to normal again shortly after.
世上方一日，影中已千年。单说这件事倒是容易理解，只不过
A day in the world, 1,000 years in the shadow. It's easy enough to get, however.
只不过凡是和利托斯特沾边的东西，就很难辨得清楚明白。
Everything related to Litost is hard to understand.
毕竟他与诚实的松雀和我不同，是一个一门心思欺
Unlike
骗世
honest,
界的人。
sure. Yeah, sure of perception and deception. Surely you are that honest. Like, I'm waiting for you to betray me. You know, I know what game I'm playing. You will betray me. Do you think I will just unnotice all the red flags? Unlike honest Songque and me, he is dedicated to deceiving the world.
不过，无论对方意图如何，如果寻梦者和多尼戈尔之间的确存在某种连结，
But regardless of his intentions, if there truly is some connection between Entropy and Duonigues,
我们是不是可以通过这种方式找到他的藏身之处？
can't we use this to find out where it's hiding?
短时间内恐怕很难。按欧夏氏的说法，如果要做到这种事，我们或许需要一台根源物质提取机。而根据之前的观察，想要在廊丘构建这种机器，我们至少需要
might be difficult in Shan terms. According to Osha, we need a source matter extractor to do it. To build such a device in Longqiu, we will need at least...
用这个可以吗？
Can we use this?
便携式根源物质提取器，
Portable.
其设计目标是让独身一人挖掘数据之海成为可能。只不过这还是试作型的 0.1 版本，萃取功能有很多缺陷。
A portable source method extractor is designated to allow someone to dig into the sea of data. But it's still the 0.1 trial version, which has multiple extraction flows.
也因此，整个世界上只有3台，刘云老师、陈学姐还有我，各自测试1台。
That's why there are only 3 of this in the world. Professor Yongyun, Cheng Xue, and I have one for testing.
不提缺陷，它拥有的功能是什么？
Flaws aside, what can it do?
虽然萃取能力很差，但它还是能以比较高的成功率扫描根源物质中携带的信息。所以，如果尝试用它来追踪多尼戈尔，
Although it's bad at extracting, it's relatively successful at scanning the information carried by the source matter. So if we use it to track Duonigues,
具体的使用效果或许取决于影子和根源物质有多相似。
its actual effectiveness may depend on how similar the shadows is to the source matter.
这我倒是有些信心。虽然我没有亲自接触过你们所谓的根源物质，但据我所知，它与影子一样，都具备无中生有的能力。
Well, I think they are quite similar. I haven't personally touched what you call the source matter, but from what I can tell, it can create things that out of nothing, just like the shadows.
或许以你们的分类方式而言，影子就是一种特殊的根源物质。
Perhaps, according to you, the shadow is a special kind of source matter. Few moments later.
好了，对接完成。
Alright, it's done.
寒武纪534，我还以为它永远留在数据之海了。而且，寻梦者的火星设备竟然还能这样移植。
Cambrian 534. I thought it would stay in the sea of data forever. I didn't know entropy's Martian device could be transplanted like this.
第一，这不是寒武纪534，而是寒武纪535。第二，这只是对接，而谈不上移植，两边共享模拟信号而已。
Firstly, this is not the Cambrian 534, it's the Cambrian 535. Let me guess, just because of these random numbers, this is one of your creations, Coralie? Secondly, this is just a docking, not a transplant. They only share simulated signals.
哦，虽然听不懂，但这种机器的视角还真了不得。当初要是能用这种法子给人看风水。
Well, I don't understand, but this machine is quite extraordinary. If we could use this to show people Feng Shui from back then... Feng Shui? Oh? Feng Shui? Where was it?
哎，等完事儿了，你可一定得教教咱怎么飞这个呀！
When we are done here, you will have to teach me how to fly this thing.
风景不错，
Use Cambrian
出发吗？
Cambrian 535.
大家要跟上啊！跑起来了！
哦，
一鼓作气，出发！ 走这边，不要掉队啊。
Entropy has also not that much of expression, but Songque and Senidea has the most variation of
一
expressions.
鼓作气，出发！
Okay, following the doggo. Oh,
跑起来了，
that's cheating.
大家要跟上啊！
You can literally fly. Or jump.
又来了吗？
It comes again.
这是
Wait, what's that? The Den of Miseries?
难道是从我影子里
Monsters
出现
thrown
的
by
怪物？
shadows?
自然，毕竟你
Of
身上
course,
的
the
灵验
Ten
石
of
像
Faces
确
of
实与多尼
Miseries
戈尔
are
连接在
plugs
了一起。
you in consciousness of to Duonigues.
有一点很
But
奇
it's
怪，
odd that just leaving
仅
traces
仅是留下的痕
is
迹
enough
就
to
足以
cause
勾起
such
这
an
种程度的
anomaly.
演变。过去的多尼戈
The
尔
Duonigues
理应没有这么
of
强
the
大才对。
past shadow shouldn't be. It's linked to the nails?
尝尝来自星辰的脉冲，
Kinda hard to keep up the track what's happening and pressing
锁
buttons.
定目标，速战速决，逃不掉了，在那别动，不是耶，空中接力，到你啦，色雀奶奶，
So chew
过
Nana?
来，吸纳婶婶，
Wait, what's his Chinese line?
我来搞定，倒计
She
时，
actually refers to Songque.
别走神了，现在我来打扫战
It's not
场，
Chichi. It's not Miss Songque. It's Nana.
哎，
What's Nana in Chinese?
呀吼，
Okay, back.
跑起来了，
Skateboarding. It's not skateboarding. It's Amber Street. Yo-yo boarding. Oh, even in JP they refer to each other as Obasan. Okay, that's also nice.
啊，总算回来了。
I'm finally back.
还真不怕你们笑话，咱也称得上一句吃过见过，但还是在这地界儿待着舒心。
To be honest, I have seen and experienced quite a lot. It's more comfortable in this realm.
金窝银窝也不如自己的狗，草窝嘛，哈哈哈哈哈。
There are no place like home.
说不定叫狗窝也没错。那个不停搞事的多尼戈尔好像也来了这里呢。
Well, the troublemaker Duonigues seems to have come to you home too.
很奇怪，到了这里我们就检测不到他留下的痕迹了。
Strange. We haven't detected any trace of it since we arrived here.
恐怕是围棋的原因吧。
It's probably because of the fear gathering.
有道理。如果检测对象的平均浓度太高，系统的阈值也会被自动抬升。此前能识别的痕迹，这时可能就识别不了。而这里，影子恰好无处不在。
Makes sense. When the average concentration of the detected object is too high, the system threshold is automatically raised. Traces that were recognizable before might not be so now. And here, the shadow is everywhere.
也就是说，我们在追一滴水的时候，撞进了一片池塘。
In other words, we were chasing a drop of water and accidentally fell into a pond.
这就有点难办了。要直接跳过这里，去这条街的其他出口碰碰运气吗？
Ah, this is tricky. Should we skip this place and try our luck with the other exits on this street?
犯不着那么麻烦，这事儿包在咱身上，几位瞧好就成。
There's no need for that. I got this. Just lay back and watch. Let's go.
非要说琥珀街是咱的地头，未免有些自夸。但毕竟讨了这么多年营生，人们总还是愿意行个方便。
Calling Amber Street my turf might be a bit of exaggeration, but after making a living here for so many years, people are rather familiar with me.
平日里街头巷尾有什么动静，不出半炷香的功夫，那都得进到咱耳朵里。
I know everything that happened on the street.
真的吗？
Is that so?
嘿，没办法，咱当初走南闯北靠的可就是广结善缘呐。
I travel by relying on good connections.
总之，咱先带几位去打听打听，要真是啥都问不出来，那再用赫利亚说的方法也不迟嘛。利托说的影子不也说了吗？寻梦者一时半会儿倒也不会有太大的事儿。
Anyway, I will take you to ask around first. We can use Helia's way later if we don't find anything. As the shadow of Litost said, entropy will be fine for the time being. Yeah, shadow of Litost. They literally say it right now.
不过这么说来，琥珀街还真是个神奇的地方啊。
Speaking of that, Amber Street is an interesting place.
第一次来我们丢了俩人，第二次来我们丢了条狗，难不成这有什么规律？
We lost 2 people the first time we came here, and a dog the second time. Is there some kind of rule here or something?
要我说，还是走吧。
I would say just let's go.
再这么干站着，说不定要丢了个脸了。
We might lose face standing here like this.
还好他没说丢了小命。
Well, at least she didn't say lose our lives. I guess that's a good start.
啊，你们的幽默细胞是不是都不太对劲？
Your sense of humor seems a bit off. Perfect combination, perception and Coralie.
的确，我不由细胞构成。
I don't have a sense of anything. Literally.
大家就跟我来吧，没事儿的。
Just follow me, everyone. It will be fine.
28256、28257、28。
唉，希望多尼戈尔不会
I
弄出什
hope
么乱子。
Duonigues doesn't cause any
下到那
troubles.
边瞧瞧。
Shall we head over there and have a
会遇到
look?
什么有趣的事呢？
Okay. It is like, yeah, this reminds one on part 2 where we just ask everyone. Because I guess that's Amber Street part 2.
哎，秋叔，最近怎么样？身子好些了吗？
Uncle Shu, how has it been lately? Feeling any better?
哦，松雀大师，我还正到处找您呢。
Oh, Master Songque, I was just looking for you.
我就知道您没那么容易死。
I knew you wouldn't die that easily.
嗨，那当然。
That's for sure.
得，要不咱从头开始说。
Wait.
竟然死了？
Let's start over. I died?
嗨，还不是那个整天装神弄鬼的什么演员？
Oh, it was that actor who always acted mysteriously.
才一会儿不见您，就到处说您遭遇了不测，还是他亲手埋地里的。哎呀，说的那叫一个绘声绘色呀！
Wow. Shortly after you went missing, he went around saying you would die in an accident, and that he would bury you himself. He described it very vividly.
行吧，他还真会做买卖。
I see. He really knows how to do business.
先惹得人心惶惶，等咱回来继续为急的时候，他再说那是自己有意而为。哎呦，可不知道要被他抽去多少喽。
Stir up chaos among the crowds to make profit, then explain it as an intentional act after we coming back.
先不管他了，秋叔，听说了吗？
Let's not worry about him. Uncle Shio, have you heard?
啊，听说
Heard what?
哎，看来咱来的倒还不算晚。您最近可见着过多尼戈尔？
Looks like we're not too late. Have you seen Duonigues recently?
多尼戈尔， 我完全没有。他老人家不是从不到琥珀街来吗？
Duonigo, not at all. It never came to Amber Street, right? It did it?
哟，今时不同往日啦，怕是不知道哪里出了岔子。多尼戈尔最近性情大变，非但行踪不定，而且动辄伤人呢。
In the past, yes. Duonigo's temper has changed a lot recently. Now, no one knows where it is, and it might harm people.
咱之前就是去料理这档子事儿啦。
I was trying to deal with this before.
现在怎么样了？
How come? How are things now?
咱都亲自去了，当然都好说。只是准备带他回来的时候，一时心软，下手轻了些，又让他跑掉了。
Since I'm handling this myself, everything will be fine. But when I was about to bring it back, I hesitated for a moment, and it took the chance to escape.
虽说不是什么麻烦事儿哈，但咱还是担心街坊们的安全，所以特意回来送些东西。
It's not a big deal, but for the safety of the neighborhood, we come back to hand a few other things out.
拿好了，这是分
Here,
分
take this. It's
分野电影七艳灵。
shadow locating 7 color flame pool. Plum.
万一撞见多尼戈尔，只要拉下这个引雷符，就能保你平安。
If you happen to run into Duolingo, just pull this lightning talisman and it will keep you safe.
这，松雀大师，这么贵重的东西，
Oh, Master Songque, this is so valuable.
是不是多来一个，凑成一对儿更好？
Shouldn't there be 2 to make it pair?
放宽心，这是咱亲自制作的，一个管够。
Relax, I made it myself. 1 is enough.
成了，那咱再去别的地方看看，多留心啊，秋叔。
Alright, I should go check other places. Take care, Uncle Shu.
不是吧，松雀？你之前怎么没用过那个什么七？
She just hand over him a flare. Well, Songque, why didn't you use that flare something before? Something?
笨蛋，你竟然没看出来吗？
Don't tell me you haven't figured out what it is.
松雀，那是烟花还是信号弹？
Songque, is that a firework or a signal flare?
当然是前者啦，咱一向很喜欢烟火气嘛。
The former, of course. I love places with a bit of hustle and bustle.
且不说烟火气是不是这个烟火，
If that's the hustle and bustle you mean,
他们就是你的耳目。
are they your informants? Huh?
嗯哼，事半功倍，不是吗？
Of the effort, double the results, right?
要是一五一十的告诉他事情的本末，那就不知道要讲到什么时候去了。
It would take too long time to tell him what exactly happened.
可别当咱有什么坏心思啊！真要换了从前，那个炮仗也得卖他个好价钱，那才叫回本呢。
I did it purely out of good intentions. I would have sold all that fireworks at a good price before. That's what we people call repercussion costs.
哦，对，
Repercussion.
叔叔刚才正好提到，消息应该还有更灵通的。
I mean recouping costs. Alright. Uncle Chio just mentioned that there should be more informed sources. Chiyu.
出发了。
Yeah.
会遇到什么有趣
找？着了，亲手
That
把咱
person
埋
who
了的
buried us? That person who buried us. Hello, Delta actor. Wait, didn't we make like the ritual with you? You gathering ritual? The girl stood in front of the monk silently. The death came after you. Okay.
怎么啦？是不是觉得见着鬼了？
What's wrong? Do you feel like you have seen a ghost?
哎呀，松雀大师，您原来您没事啊！这段日子可把大伙急死了。
Master Songque, you okay? Everyone has been worried sick about you these days.
得，还这段日子呢，我这也就离开了半天还不到吧？就知道你那些恭维话听不得。
Yeah, and by these days you mean I have only been away for half a day, right? Don't exaggerate.
不过，咱可不是来兴师问罪的，是有其他正事儿。
Well, I'm not here to stir up troubles. I have something important matter to take care of.
你还没听说吧？可不是咱吓唬你。
Haven't you heard? I'm not trying to scare you, but... What the girl said sounded rather familiar.
这
That's... The man quickly gazed at the people present. Huh?
大师，您方便借一步说话吗？
Master, a moment perhaps?
哦，你还真护食啊！
Oh,
好说好说。
ooh, you're cautious. Sure.
抱歉啊，各位，我去就回。
Excuse us, everyone. I will be right back. Songqiu with her secrets.
所以，他连方法也不换一种吗？
Doesn't she have any other tricks?
没必要在意这个吧，因地制宜也没有那么简单嘛。
Adapting to the circumstances isn't easy after all.
不过这么说来，
Well,
关于术，我们之前接触到的说法，大多都暗示他们是一种超越凡人的存在，就像利托斯特那样。但迄今为止，我们所见到的这位，
regarding Shu, according to what we understand, it is implied that they are being beyond mortals, just like Litost. But so far, the one we have met here is...
各位，能来帮个忙吗？
Guys, little help here? The girl's voice came from the corner. It was a rather short conversation.
救命啊！
Help me, please!
发生什么了吗？
Something happened?
我们去看看。
Shall we go check it out? The girls had many guesses about what they were going to see before arriving at the corner. She's probably like getting something heavy? They knew that Songque attempts to get so much for so little was never going to work, however...
你们怎么都这副表情？
Ooh. Ah, right wallpaper. And the music, wait. This music sounds familiar. Huh? Why are you wearing that expression? Dun, 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 dun.
宋雀，你这是帮人搬家？
Songque, are you helping him move? Odd job, Songque.
我看更像是杀人越货吧。
I think it looks like more like I think it looks more like a robbery. In the blink of an eye, the actor who made a living by scaring others was nowhere to be found. And as an astonishing number of Longqiu's currency has been left next to the girl.
哎，瞧你说的，咱做的都是本分营生呀。
What? Oh, all of my activities are completely legible.
这都是刚才那位硬塞的，想不收都不行。
That guy insisted on giving them to me. I tried to refuse him. It's like... it's money? What? Why?
所谓的卖个好价钱。
Is this what you would call selling at a good price?
哎，其实咱倒也没那个意思，
Not really.
只不过透了透口风，随便讲了些最近的事儿。他却偏偏以为咱是特意来给他带回了什么能发财的秘闻。
Huh? I just let something slip and mentioned some recent events casually. But he misunderstood and thought we brought back some get-rich-quick scheme.
哎呀，这小子千恩万谢之后，就把最近赚到的影子都一股脑的塞了过来。
After showing his gratitude, he stuffed all the shadows he earned into my hands. Shadows. Literally the
这
currency
说破
shadows.
天也就是场误会，可不是荞麦啊。
It's just a big misunderstanding. No one got strong-armed into selling. True.
所以，这都是计划的一部分。
So, is this part of the plan?
啊，所谓虽然看着没什么关系，但之后都能一一回收伏笔。
Some sort of callback?
那倒也只是见猎欣喜，顺手而已。
It's more like seeing a good opportunity and going along with it.
琥珀街里除了一个人之外，最富的就是刚才那位了，而且还偏偏一毛不拔。
That guy is the second richest in Amber Street. Wonder who is first. But he's extremely stinky.
总要有人推一把，这些钱财才能流动起来呀。
Someone need to do something so that those riches can start circulating.
不过你们放心，寻梦者的事儿咱可一点没耽误。
Rest assured, we didn't delay anything related to entropy.
有什么新线索了吗？
Got any clues?
是啊，那家伙倒也不是平白无故开始传谣。
Yeah, that guy didn't start spreading rumors without a reason.
启动通路的动静实在太大，在琥珀街也惹出了点乱子来。毕竟对他们来说，这么多年过来，通路也就算打开过一次。
The noise from activating the pathway was too loud and causes some chaos on Amber Street. For them, the pathway has only been opened once in recent years.
不过还好，虽然咱不在，但街上还有位德高望重的前辈，几句话就把人们劝得安分下来了。
Luckily, a respected elder on the street spoke a few words to persuade the people to settle down when I was gone.
前辈，但不是树。
An elder, but not a shoe?
哎，真要是就好了，那咱们就可以把多尼格尔交给他对付了。
It would be great if he was. Then we could hand Duonigues over to him to deal with.
不过在这年间，他倒也称得上最接近树的普通人。
Is a human like as old as the shoes? But over the years he could be regarded as a regular human who is almost equivalent to a shoe.
总之，咱们这就去问问吧。
Either way, let's go find him. Looks like on this episode we will...
哎呀，
Ah, Master
松雀大师
Songque. The actor.
千恩万谢，千恩
Thank you so
万
much.
谢
Thank you so much. That was weird.
会遇到什么有趣的事呢？
Oh, this dude. Yeah. I remember you. I was already thinking about this. So yeah, he's technically even older than Songqiu. Because Skada, this one. I remember him.
这个人，我是不是还在其他什么地方见过？
This person. Have I seen him somewhere before? Yes. Watch my part episode 2.
松雀，
Longqiu.
你留在廊丘了？
Are you staying in Langqiu?
说
狼骑
啊，瞧您说的，咱就是廊丘的人，还能去哪儿啊？
Langqiu is my home. Where else should I be?
通路引起的那些乱子，咱都听说了，麻烦啦。
I heard about the chaos the pathway caused. Sorry for the trouble.
这样吗？我还以为你反悔了。
Oh, I thought you might have changed your mind.
反悔？
Oh, change my mind?
虽说其他方面我知之甚少，但通路上一次打开时，正是为了让你重获自由。
I may know a little about many things. The last time the pathway opened, it was to help you regain freedom. Interesting, Songque.
对于活了足够年头的人来说，这恐怕不算什么秘密。
That's probably not a secret for someone who has lived long enough.
我原本以为，这一次是你终于后悔自己当时为何要拒绝利托斯特的好意。
I thought you finally regretted refusing Litost's goodwill.
嗨，哪儿能呢？是多尼戈尔搞的鬼啦！
Oh, no. It was Duonigues.
不知道怎么回事，他突然自己搞开了通路，还跑去了当初被咱分出去的那一厢。
I don't know what happened, but it suddenly opened the pathway by itself and went to the area where we got separated.
无效。
Do you mean Asia?
是啊，还因此伤到了咱的一位朋友。说，你最近见着过多尼戈尔吗？
Yeah, and it hurt one of my friends. Have you seen Duolingo lately?
没有，除了过日子还要用到的那点，与影子有关的一切，我早都不关心了。
No, besides in everyday life, I haven't paid any attention to the shadow for a long time.
但既然是他，松雀，对此你们难道不该早有预料吗？
But if it's Duonigues, Songque, shouldn't you have anticipated this?
除了利托斯特自己，没人知道他曾经选择站在我们这边，究竟是心甘情愿，还是受人所致。
No one knows whether Duonigues was on our side willingly or under someone's control, except for Litost himself. Yeah, like as I said, Duonigues has actually no contract, as far as I know, for like serving us. He does it for his own ambitions.
多尼戈尔毕竟是来自影子中的怪物，虽说你没有反悔，但他可就未必了。
Duonigues is a monster from the shadow after all. Although you may not have changed your mind, it might not be the same for it.
说，你的意思是，他准备从树的一部分重新成为离恶石像？
Are you suggesting that Duonigues is preparing to become one of the 10 faces of misery again?
我也说不准，只是提醒你一下他的本性。
I can't say for sure. I'm just reminding you of its nature.
事情已经过去100年了，如果他有这种心思，真的会等到现在？
It's been a whole century. Would it really have waited until now?
或许是欠缺一个机会，或许是事情就是要想这么久才会钻牛角尖。
Perhaps it lacked an opportunity, or perhaps some things take this long to faster. Opportunity. The only thing that changed is us, and he already was spying on us in the space before we got to Longqiu. This is like some potential well space. He need probably us create this opportunity.
还是那句话，宋雀。虽说我知之甚少，但关于利托斯特之死，我们从未有人知道多尼戈尔是怎么想的。
Still, I may not be the smartest, but I'm sure no one knows what Duonigues thought about Litost's death.
可是，那是利托说自己精心规划的。
But Litost carefully planned that himself.
的确如此，但宋雀，别说和他最为亲近的多尼戈尔，就连你，又或者我。
Well, that's true, but put aside Duonigues, who was the closest to him.
认可并尊重一件事实，就真的能接受它吗？
Even when you and I acknowledge and respect something, can we really accept it?
这
Well,
多尼戈尔，他该不会是正在想办法让利托叔活过来吧？
Duonigues, could it be? It was looking for a way to bring Litost back to life?
那谁都说不好。况且，考虑到利托斯特自身的意志，我们甚至无法揣度多尼戈尔的动机。你刚才的那种猜测，也有可能大错特错。
And no one can say for sure. Besides, considering Litost has its own free will, we can't even guess Duonigues' motivations. Your theory might be completely wrong.
倒也是。
True.
那叔，能帮个忙吗？要是你见着了多尼戈尔，就立刻想法子通知咱。
So, could you do me a favor? If you see Duonigues, please find a way to tell us immediately.
就用咱之前从你这借走的那种烟火就成。
Just use the fireworks I borrowed from you before. From you before.
当初灯组织大名鼎鼎的研究，如今就被你当做了烟火吗？
You just called Lantern's big-time research fireworks.
不过，它倒也很难有别的用途了。没问题。
Well, it's hard to find any other use for them now. It's fine.
好嘞，多谢。
Thanks a lot.
哦，对了，
By the way.
我不知道你调查了多少，但依我之见，今天这些乱子可不像是因通路而起。
I don't know how deep your investigation has been, but from what I can tell, the chaos today wasn't caused by the pathway.
似乎有人正在逐一拔起气钉，而且至少也已经拔了2处。
I think someone is pulling out the 7 nails, one by one, and at least 2 have already been pulled out.
我原本准备自己去看看，但现在看来，倘若真是多尼戈尔，那我这种普通人，还是少靠近这些钉子为妙。
I was planning to check out the matter myself, but now, if it's really Duonigues, an ordinary person like me should stay away from those nails.
难怪他没把那边的钉弄回原样，难不成他还真……
No wonder Duonigues didn't fix the nails there. Could it really be? Like, why does Duonigues wanna... What is the dog's plan?
好嘞，咱马上去瞧瞧。多谢啊，回头请您吃顿好的。
Alright, let's go take a look ourselves. Thanks. I will treat you to a nice meal later.
那还是免了吧。你次次请客都在结账时不见人影，实在是。
Forget about it. You always know where to be found when the bill comes.
哎呀，时间紧迫，咱先走一步，说回头见。
Oh dear, time sure running out. We better hurry. See you.
哎呀，这下可真有点麻烦了。
This is so troublesome.
还以为多尼格尔只是耐不住性子想出去玩玩，看来没这么单纯呢。
I thought Duonigues could not wait to go out and play. Turns out it's not that simple.
刚才那位大叔好像比你还更像专业人士。
That gentleman before seemed more professional than you.
你这么说也没错。虽说和术是两码事，但他年轻的时候那也是对付影子的专业人士，见多识广，比我更懂也很正常嘛。
So, speaking of this gentleman, I thought that this is a detective that was researching during the Great Eruption. It would kind of match, but as I understood, the detective was played by Duonigues. But maybe he survived. Like, I actually thought this is the detective, and he wrote the book that we were experiencing through the simulation. Well, you're not wrong, I guess. Even though he's not a Shu, he was a professional who dealt with shadows in his youth. So of course he knows and understands more than me.
所以，你从他那里悟到了什么？刚才一副恍然大悟的样子。
So, what did you learn from him? You seem to suddenly have an idea.
让我想想，这事儿要从何说起呢？
Well, where should I start?
对，就算咱不说，各位想必也早就知道了吧？
Right. Even without saying it, I'm sure everyone probably knows it already.
和其他书不一样，利托斯特书已经去世100多年了，就在廊丘和欧夏分开的那天。
Unlike other shoes, Litost has been dead for over a century, which is since the day Langqiu was separated from Oxia.
而且，算是他自己选择了独自赴死。
And it was his own choice to die alone.
那原本就是利托书唯一的心愿，大家也都能理解。
That was Litost's only wish. Everyone can understand that to some extent.
多多少少都能理解。
Shoe of Sacrifice, by the way, where did they get their names? Like Sacrifice, Perception, Deception, Gadget? From where did they receive their powers? Like we know the Herrschers have their powers because natural elements are like the segment of finality, but where did they got their segments? Who named them? Like probably they named them themselves because like the Herrscher of Void and stuff, the Herrscher of Reason. The chick side it came with the names. Well, more or less.
但那一天，多尼戈尔的确连面都没露过，谁都不知道他上哪儿去了。
People named them, and Shoe of Sacrifice, like literally because he wanted to die or like sacrifice himself. But Duonigues didn't even show up on the day Litost died, and no one knew where it went.
甚至都没来见利托书最后一面。
It just disappeared.
到了第2天，他就当作根本没这回事一样，对利托书这个曾经的主人也是提都不提。
Even the next day, Duonigues acted as if nothing has happened. He didn't even mention Litost, its former master.
也不知他是不是想去维系对方了然无痕的遗愿。
I can't tell if it did it to maintain Litost's wish to disappear without a trace.
在这方面，
我倒觉得刚才那位大叔说的更对。
I think what that gentleman just said now is more accurate.
认可并尊重一件事实，并不一定能真正接受吧。
When you acknowledge and respect something, it doesn't necessarily mean you can truly accept it.
对哦，说不定在过了100年后，他越想越难过呢。
Right. Maybe after an entire century, it's feeling more and more regret.
不过如果是出于这种目的，他又为什么要盯上欧夏？
But if this is the reason, then why would it target Oshia?
会不会是刚好相反的逻辑？正因为他在欧夏见到了什么，才开始想让自己的主人重新活过来？
Could it be the opposite? Because Duonigues saw something in Oshia, it started thinking about bringing its master back to life?
哦，对了，决疑，你怎么看？
And perception. And perception. What do you think?
首先，我非常建议各位在询问我时换一种更明确的发问方式。
Firstly, I strongly recommend you all ask me in a more clear-cut manner.
至于多尼戈尔的目的，和各位一样，我仍是一无所知。
As for Duonigues' purpose, like all of you, I have no idea.
但既然的确有一个我们之外的存在正在试图拔起鸡丁，恐怕也只能是他了。
But that existence unrelated to us trying to pull out the 7 nails, I think only Duonigues can do it.
事实上，除去已然沉睡的那几位树，能做到这一点的，除我与他之外，别无他人。
In fact, aside from those shoes that are asleep, only Duonigues and I can pull out the nails.
那么，拔出所有的钉子会带来什么样的后果？
What will happen if all the nails are pulled out?
哦，倒是不算什么大事。
Nothing serious.
离恶石像重现世间，曾经被树所钳制，将其如火与电一般化为工具的影子，将会重获自由。
The 10 faces of misery will reappear in the world, and shadows once restrained and turned into tools, but the shoes will regain their freedom. Things like that. Nothing serious.
狼丘必定毁于一旦，而在溢出这里之后，他或许还能继续征服30-50个世界炮。
Longqiu will surely be destroyed, and after overflowing this place, it may continue to conquer 30 or 50 other bubble universes.
仅此而已。
Just that.
针对这么危险的事物，你们的保险机制是不是太过草率了一些？
Don't you think your safety mechanism is a bit too harsh, Tim? For such a dangerous thing?
嗨，你也别光听他危言耸听。说到底，树们虽然睡着了，但除了利托树之外，也都还存在于这世上，不至于放任影子搞出那种大乱子来。
You don't have to listen to its fear mongering. The shoe may be asleep, but beside Litost, they are still here in this world. They won't let the shadow cause such a big mess. Sleep? How many? I thought some shoes are dead. Is only Litost dead?
而且，就算定住世界的七星灭全部被拔了出来，一时半会儿也不会发生什么啊。这套系统有自己的惯性，没那么容易失去秩序。
And even if all the 7 nails anchoring the world are pulled out, nothing disaster will happen right away. This system has its own inertia, and it's not that easy to displace.
确实，所谓毁于一旦，各位还是当做一个笑话吧。
True, I might have exaggerated a bit.
唉，我还是很难欣赏你那种不合时宜的幽默感。
I struggle to appreciate your ultimately sense of humor. Totally. That's just how. This is you already see how we sometimes think about your humor. This is how the tables turns changed.
好啦好啦，这么一圈问下来，我们的目标倒是清楚多了。
Alright. At least our goal just become much cleaner now.
就算是多尼戈尔，拔出那些顽固的钉子也要颇费些功夫，咱们绝对赶得上他。尤其是
Even if it's Duonigues, pulling out those nails will require considerable effort. We can definitely catch it up to it. Especially, saying this, the girl's tone took on a hint of confidence.
在这当中，怕是还有一柱他绝对拔不出来的钉子呢。
There's probably an air that Duonigues can't put out. Let me guess, it's your nail. Emily, where'd it go? Oh, by the way, there's some... Songque.
出发了，
出发了。
会遇到什么有趣的事呢？
Oh, okay. Oh, Songque is following us. Here, this dude. Wave the noodle manager. It saw it from the corner of an eye.
会遇到什么有趣的事呢？
Okay, to the next nail. Continue with the mission. Go to the next nail.
希纳迪亚，保证完成任务。一鼓作气，出发！
Explosives.
随时待命。是这边倒计时。出发吧。
Structural wall. Okay.
又到我了。哦，好。
Oh.
哦，好。
Oh, wait. Wait, I just. Well. Can
随时待命。
I go back? Just so.
又到我了。
Okay, you know what? Not exploring. Not exploring. Go. Story. Yeah.
我们要
Maybe
去的地
unlock
方
you.
仍然很远吗？交给我吧。
No digressing.
啊，对了，那边
Right.
的瀑布
The
还有
waterfall
这些
over
漆黑的
there
河水，
is a
莫
bit.
非也都是影子？
And this dark river.
没错。但这样
Indeed.
掉进去
And
的
if you
话，
do
何
fall
必掉进
inside,
水
it will
里？要危
much
险
more
的多哟。
dangerous than falling into the water.
所以那位利托斯特，他到底
So about Litost, what exactly?
这个嘛，虽然咱恨不得把利托叔的事迹宣扬的人人都知道，不过
Well, as much as I want to publicize Litost's deeds for everyone to know,
既然他的遗愿就是不为人知，咱还是不多嘴多舌啦。
but since his wish was to remain unknown, I will keep it quiet.
而且真要说清楚，对有些人来说，只是身处廊丘就会让他们惶惶不可终日。琥珀街的许多生意可都开不下去喽。
After learning the truth, just staying in Longqiu would make some people restless, and many businesses on Amber Street would not be able to operate.
风景不错。哎，要出发吗？
What is happening here? Monsters? Yes.
时机正好，打靶时间，速战速决。到此为止。好了。奇怪，他们
Oh,
似乎
strange. This
变得比
seems
之前更难对付。
tougher than before.
有这种事？
Really? Perception.
咱也去搭把手。
Shall I lend a hand?
决
Perception?
整接力。咻！
Perception fall asleep.
绝，
Hey,
这样我可
perception.
有点没面子。
That's embarrassing for me.
抱歉，我刚才
Apologize.
在
I
专
was
心
just
感受他们的影子。
focused on feeling
简
their
单来
shadows.
说，你们恐
Simply
怕得再
put,
抓紧一点
all you
时
have to
间，
do is
是时候团队作
聚
have
集
to
他们
go
的力
head up.
量。虽然多少存
Although
有多尼
traces
格尔
of
的痕迹，
Duonigues still
但追根
exist
溯
within
源，
the power
影
gathering
盘却是主流。
them, the pool of shadow is still nowhere to be found. What? There's something of shadow was still nowhere to be found. 哒。Okay.
跑起来了。
Go back here. And floor 2.
一鼓作气，出发！
快出发。
以结果而论，似乎和我之前那次一样。
It seems the result is the same as before.
钉子还是被他拔出来了吗？
Did it pull out another nail?
没错，按理说不应该这么快才对。
Yes, but it should not have happened this quickly.
或许他有什么属于自己的外挂？我这个词用的对吗？
Perhaps it has some kind of cheat code. Is that the rhyme term?
对了，不管词用的对不对，我们不也有自己的外挂吗？
Well, right or wrong? Don't we also have our own cheat code?
刚才大家猜测，这里的影子也属于一种根源物质，对吧？
We think that the shadows here are a kind of source matter, right?
那现在我们面前有这么多影子，应该能提取出比刚才多很多的信息吧？
Now, with so many shadows in front of us, we should be able to extract much more information than before.
确实，
That's true.
所以你说的外挂，就是我们的根源物质提取器。
So, when you say cheat code, you mean our source matter extractor?
那只狗多少知道松雀和决议的存在，但它肯定不知道我们还有这一手吧？
The dog may know about Songque and perception, but it can't know we have this card up our sleeves.
有道理，而且有利托说的影子罩着，过敏的问题也可以暂时忽略不计。
Makes sense. And with the cover of Lito's shadow, we can ignore the allergen problem for a while.
行，那我试试。
Alright, then let me try. Oh my god. This is a scary face. Oh? What is this? A stone? Investigating the stole tablet. Death trace? Even though I have repeatedly emphasized the nature of the situation, perhaps it still doesn't understand what will happen next. Even at its core, it still approaches its shadows. And the fear it brings is enough to send sheaves down one's spine. But at this moment, it's no different from the common field dog, except for its paranoia. So you still refuse to see Litost for the last time. Perhaps that is his only wish. Come on, Litost was just putting on airs as usual. There's no way he would just die like that. No one knows how many debts Litost has left unpaid better than me. All you want, and you won't even try to stop it? Like you have always done? It doesn't matter. If he wants to die, let him die. But don't think that by doing so, he can escape from my torment. If he thinks he can give something by this sacrificial death, I won't let him have this way. Why are you laughing? I just remember some old tales. Though I know little about it, there seems to be a condition in this world that makes people rely on their perpetrators. Know that to become one is interesting, but that's your business after all, and I won't interfere. This is a conversation between Duonigues and someone else. What I wanted to do is nothing more than fulfill my duty. Duonigues, as an immortal creature of the shadow, perhaps you don't understand the weight of parting, but I must remind you again, after tomorrow, Litost will indeed die, and die as he wishes. The achievement he will obtain will be enough to settle all old debts. Yes, Duonigues, since I know where we are heading after today, when this world splits in two, Litost will absorb all the fear he can contain within himself and die. The blood flowing within him at that moment would also turn into the pool of water influenced by the shadow of calamity flowing through the lens of Longqiu. Oh, do you want to say that all this shadow floaty stuff is his blood? Although this can be established, we can establish it as a foundation of the 10 faces of misery and imprison the shadows within, or take them ourselves. This is also why we can erase the past, Duonigues. Through the death that is about to take place, your master will assist me in making the world. Who is he speaking to? As I understood, is the sacrifice of Longqiu, of Litost, is sort of imprisonment, imprison the shadow within, take them for ourselves. Oh.
好像是师傅他老人家的
Your
手记
masters.
呢，没想到竟然也埋进了影坛。
It seems to be my master's notes. I didn't know they were buried in the pool of shadows.
不过这倒是省去了许多长篇大论的解释。100年前，狼丘的世界究竟如何诞生？你们现在应该有答案了。
But this saves me a lot of lengthy explanations. Now you should know how the world of Langqiu was born a century ago.
也就是说，你们的确按照这个计划去做了。
So, did you follow this plan?
是啊，不然咱们现在也没法子站在这里。
So it was one of her masters, meaning it was like one of the shoes. I kind of forgot who was your master was. Yes, otherwise we wouldn't be standing here.
难怪你说，有些人会为此惶惶不可终日。
No wonder you said some people would get restless about this.
流经狼丘每一处的河流，究其源头，
blood.
竟然都是一个人的殉死之血吗？
Much blood did he have? Like, how did this happen? All the rivers flowing through Langqiu come from the blood of sacrifice of one person?
倒也没那么绝对啦。
Not necessary.
一开始的时候的确如此，但 除了屈指可数的一些人以外，
It was the case in the beginning, but
影坛对这里的大多数人来说，都是他们的归处。
except for a few people, the pool of shadows is where most of them will end up.
归处
Oh, like it's like blood of all the people of Longqiu, where they will end up.
是啊，毕竟从平衡大崩坏的角度上说，影坛也绝非一劳永逸。
Yes, from the perspective of balancing the great eruption, the pool of shadows is not a cure after all.
算是狼丘的传统吧。当一个人到了将死之际，他会自己步入影坛，或者让身体与影坛以某种形式相连，随后消失于无痕。
It's kind of a Langqiu's tradition. In the dying moments, they enter the pool of shadows on their own, or link their bodies to the pool of shadows in some form, and then disappear without a trace.
原来如此，也就是说，人们在生命尽头的关于死亡的恐惧，让狼丘得以延续到了今天。
I see. So, people's fear and death allowed Longqiu to continue to this day.
确实可以这么理解。
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, this is literally a definition of equivalent exchange here.
虽然实现的方式有些奇特，但不得不说，你们确实规划出了一种世界的准则。
You pay life to continue life. The process is a bit strange, but at least there's some kind of set of rules.
不过看样子，在欧夏，我们也见到过这位利托斯特的事迹吧？
It seems that we have also seen the deeds of this Litost in Asia.
啊，当时你刚好不在场，就是我们利用一件古代遗物，以松雀为媒介，探索到琥珀街相关信息的那时候。
Oh, you were not at the time. It was when we used a relic to explore things related to Amber Street throughout Songque. Speaking of, only Helia is the one who was not experienced it, because we entered the book and thoroughly and perception enter the memories through the nail, I think.
哎，别，文物，师傅他老人家身子骨还好着呢。
Oh, stop saying that. He's a relic. My master is still in good health, and he's not that old.
抱歉。总之，接触过松雀之后，他就能断断续续复现出一些与狼丘相关的信息了。
Sorry. Anyway, after contacting Songque, it can sporadically reproduce things related to Langqiu.
而这位殉死之树利托斯特的名字，也常常在那当中出现。
And the name Litost, the shoe of sacrifice, appeared often in those reoccurrences.
还有这种事？
Really?
你没看到什么不该看的吧？
Did you see anything that you should not have seen? Oh, Songque is afraid.
你是指什么？毕竟时间和资源都相当有限，我也就是借助人工智能系统，概括的了解一下文字版的信息。
Like, she's really afraid that we are... Like, she's keeping us away in check of what we should know and what we should not know. All the time. What are you referring to? Time and resources were quite limited back then. I was just using an AI system to get a general understanding of the text.
如果有什么需要我回避的关键词，之后你可以拜托陈学姐把它加进系统里。
If there are any keywords that I should avoid, maybe you can ask Sanctuary to add them to the system later.
那我不就等于还是要告诉你浓缩精简版吗？
Does that mean I still have to tell you the condensed version of the sensitive content? Doesn't mean I still have to tell you the condensed version of the sensitive content.
别一脸问号了，他也是七术之一琥珀街的居民，当然也可能被那种系统浮现出自己的隐私。好了，言归正传。
Stop looking so confused. She's one of the 7 shoes and a resident of Amber Street, so she may also have her privacy reproduced by that system. Alright, back to the point at hand. Okay?
所谓的七丁，他们的作用其实是利托斯特以自己的死亡造就的。
The so-called 7 nails and their functions were they actually created by Lito's death?
算是8九不离10吧。
That's pretty correct.
所谓的七钉，并不是像真正的钉子那样把廊丘钉在某处，而是以树的力量将整个影坛钉在廊丘之上，来抗衡大崩坏，防范海的侵蚀。
They are not like real nails that pin Longqiu somewhere. Instead, using the power of the shoes, they nail the entire pool of shadows above Longqiu to counteract the Great Eruption and prevent the corruption of the sea.
至于8九不离10中还差的那一点儿，绝，有没有法子让大伙儿看得更清楚些？
As for the rest, perception is there. Any way to make it easier for everyone to understand? Perception?
虽然需求很不明确，不过如你所愿。
That's a vague demand, but as you wish.
这是
What is this? It's like 3 realms.
只是些微不足道的小功能。
Just some insignificant features.
他是想问你这是展示了什么内容吧？
She wants to know what it's displaying.
好，
Alright.
各位或许听说过安和四乡这个地理名词。
You may have heard of the geographical term of the 4 quarters of Antares.
而当中仅存的2乡廊丘与欧夏，此刻就以各位眼前的这种状态存续着。
And the last 2 remaining quarters, Longqiu and Oxia, currently exist in the state you see them. This is Oxia on top, I guess. And the middle is Longqiu, and the bottom is what?
其中的结构应该相当明显，从上至下，分别是如今的欧夏、诸位此刻所在的廊丘，以及试图吞没一切的海。
The structure should be quite obvious from top to bottom. There are current Oxia, Langqiu, where you are all now, and the sea trying to engulf everything. But the sea looks like in the middle.
虽然在现实空间中，世界与世界没有所谓上下左右的关系，但他们各自的处境不外如此。
Although the physical world isn't categorized in position like top or bottom, those places do exist in the same way.
处境。
By that you mean?
100多年前，那7位树所做的事情其实很简单。
The 7 Shu did something simple a century ago.
7人合力之下，他们撕下了世界的一角，使其存在于如今的欧夏与海的交界处，也就是此刻的廊丘。
With the combined power of the 7, they tore off a corner of the world, placing it at boundary between the current Oxia and the sea, which is now kind of wanna tell her, okay, Langqiu, which is not Langqiu, but this is like seven, and it's Mihoyo's game. I kind of wanna tell it, which is no Teiwat.
以一人之死，他们将世间权术的阴影化作一片死潭，使其流经大地，阻住恶浪的冲刷。
With one person's death, they turn all the shadows in the world into a pool of death, allowing it to flow through the land and block the corruption of evil waves.
最终，他们立下七钉，
Actual
稳固源于这片
explanation.
影潭的支流，使其不致漫溢而出，既能拱卫廊丘，又可保欧夏不受侵袭。
In the end, they set the 7 nails, which stabilizing the tributaries from this pool of shadows and prevent them from overflowing. This protected Langqiu and Oxia from being invaded.
那如果钉子被全部拔出来了呢？
So, what if all the nails are pulled out?
也很简单，一时半会儿，欧夏倒是不至于重回往日，但很快。
In that case, Oxia might not return to its former state right away, but
影坛积聚至今的力量，会将廊丘轻而易举的撕灭。
yeah, this was the pool it was referring to. And there's still like some realm under. The power accumulated in the pool of shadows could easily tear Langqiu apart.
这对那只狗来说，这不是损人不利己吗？它和廊丘难道有什么深仇大恨？
Then what is in it for the dog? Does it hate Langqiu that much?
倒也没那么夸张。作为影子的造物，多尼戈尔不会在这些事中承担半分坏处。
As a creation of shadow, Duonigues won't suffer any harm from this.
如果事情不仅仅是这样呢？
What if this isn't the whole story?
如果影坛的力量能盯住一个世界炮，那么拖动也可以吗？
If the power of the pool of shadows can nail the bubble universe, then can it also be moved?
就像是
Move like
这样。
this. They switch places.
很遗憾，
Unfortunately,
答案是完全可以。
the answer is yes.
等等，克拉丽，这该不会就是之前没能弄清楚的，他特意去了一次欧夏的原因？
Wait, Crowley? Could this be why Duonigues went to Oxia?
趁着那个机会，多尼戈尔留下了属于自己的靶点，并准备借助影坛的力量，拖动整个世界。
So, Duonigues took the chance to leave its own target point and is now getting ready to use the power of the pool of shadows to move the entire world?
至少，欧夏和廊丘的处境有可能因此彻底颠倒过来，让整件事不是那么的损人不利己了。
At least Oxia and Langqiu's situation might be completely reversed, making this whole things not so harmful.
所以，对于两个世界100年来各自的经历，他觉得不太公平。
Oh, okay, so Duonigues thinks the respective experiences of the two worlds over the past century are unfair?
谁知道呢？这也只是我的一家之言而已。
Who knows? This is just a theory.
不过，在我们之中，的确有人具备将钉复原的能力吧？
But one of us can restore the nails, right?
你是说，只要我们能不断查漏补缺，多尼戈尔就始终无法达到目的，而在拉锯的过程中，我们迟早能等到抓住他的机会。
So you're saying that so long as we constantly restore the pulled out nails, Duonigues can never achieve its goal. And during its process, We will eventually catch it?
听上去倒是相当单纯的体力劳动。
Sounds like a simple manual labor.
恐怕事情并没有诸位所想的那么简单。
I'm afraid things are not quite as simple as that.
难道
You mean?
对了，我们面前的这一柱钉，并不属于利托斯特吧？
The nail in front of us doesn't belong to Litost?
没错，他的钉是最初的那一柱。
No, it doesn't. His nail is the first one.
但我刚才看到的影子，仍是属于他的那一款离厄石像。
But the shadow I saw just now was one of his 10 faces of misery, wasn't it?
恭喜你，捕捉到了细小的线索。
Congrats, you have got a lead.
事实上，不单是这种连结，如果细致分析多尼戈尔这一路留下的痕迹，他似乎就已经在蕴蚀一些独属于影坛的力量。
In fact, it's not just this kind of connection. If you look at the traces left by Duonigues, it seems to be using some power that can only come from the pool of shadows.
这与七术的其他人无关，仅仅来自利托斯特，或许还有根源。
This has nothing to do with other shuls. It only comes from Litost. Or maybe the source?
啊，这还真是麻烦了呀。就影子来说，利托叔和多尼戈尔原本就能看作同一个人。
This is a problem. In terms of shadows, Litost and Duonigues could be regarded as one.
要想动用影坛本身的力量，可要比其他人容易多了。
Then can wield the power of pool of shadows much easier than all others.
有其他能佐证这一点的线索吗？
Are there any other leads that can support this theory?
倒也没有。
Not really.
不过，你们或许可以问问欧夏的那些学者，毕竟他们都在从另一个角度观测事态的变化。
Perhaps you could ask the scholars in Ocean. They can see changes from another perspective.
联系一下陈学姐吧。
Okay, I will contact Cheng Xue. Using the communicator on the Honkai of the Apocalypse, the group reported a perceptions theory to Cheng Xue.
我刚才也通过寻梦者身上的智能监控，知悉了你们的讨论。
Well, I just hear your discussion through the intelligent monitor on entropy.
研究所会针对这种可能性展开相关的调研工作，排查潜在的靶点。而你们也应该因地制宜，寻找在廊丘就能斩断那种联系的方法。
The Institute will research this matter and check the potential target points. Meanwhile, you should adapt to the situation and find a way to cut off that connection in Longqiu.
各位倒也有法子可以尝试，不过那恐怕是一场豪赌。
There's something you can try, but it's probably a gamble.
豪赌？
A gamble?
没错，唯一的方法就是
Yes. The only way is, can we just go to one of the nails and just wait for Duonigues appear there?
请诸位立刻去死，越快越好。
Oh. All of you must die right now. The sooner the better. Yeah. Nice joke again.
唉，又来了。
Again?
麻烦解释清楚你的冷笑话，越快越好。
Please explain your dark John. The sooner the better.
这次倒不是什么玩笑，毕竟一定程度上，影坛正在逐渐成为多尼戈尔自身的一部分。
This time it's not a joke. To some extent, the pool of shadows is gradually becoming a part of Duonigues.
他此刻的注意力一定集中在拔出七钉，让影坛摆脱束缚这件事上。
Its attention is focusing on pulling out the 7 nails and freeing the pool of shadows from its strain.
那么，只要趁此机会跳入影坛，就有很大的可能找到分离两者的机会。
So by jumping into the pool of shadows now, there's a good chance you will find a day to separate the two.
没听出有什么好赌的成分。
That doesn't sound like a gamble to me.
跳入影坛的后果呢？
What will happen after we jump into the pool of shadows?
诸位并非将死之人，所以不会如同狼丘传统那样，真正走到自己生命的尽头。
Since you are not actually dying, you won't reach the end of your lives like in Longqiu tradition.
但如果多尼戈尔并没有试图将其同化，各位也不免要经受石像缠身，生不如死。
But if Duonigues has no intention of trying to assimilate it, you will have to endure being entangled with 10 phases of misery, which is worse than death. That's no big deal, right?
也就是说，只有多尼戈尔真的同化了影坛，跳入的行为才不算是自杀。
In other words, jumping in isn't suicidal if Duonigues assimilates the pool of shadows, right?
没错，在这种情况下，因为利托斯特的影子无意加害诸位，事情就安全了很多。但却也必须掌握好进入其中的时机。
That's right. In this case, it will be much faster because Lito's shadow has no intention of harming you, but you have to seize the right time to enter.
啊，你的意思是，比起跳水，我们更像是要跳进他的肚子里？
You mean this is more like jumping into a belly?
诚然，一旦他注意到了那里的异动，身处腹中的各位绝难有手段反抗。
Exactly. Once it notices anything wrong and decides to do something, you will have no way to resist.
有你帮忙也不行吗？
Even with your help?
如果将我的帮助一并计算在内，
With my help?
诸位获胜的概率将在99%以
The
上。
chance of winning will be over 99%.
啊，原来这么简单吗？
Isn't that pretty promising?
不然，各位无法获得我帮助的概率
Wow.
本身是50%。
Another 50-50. We cannot escape it. Not really. The chances of you getting my help is 50%.
松雀，你觉得呢？
Songque, what do you think?
这个嘛，咱倒是很想说些什么。
Well, I would like to say a few things.
这种时候应该留下一个人望风，而且咱正好擅长之类的。
Like, one person should be left on the guard, and I happen to be quite good at it.
不过，真要是像你们猜的那样，咱也不能眼看着几位外乡人去解决狼丘自己的麻烦呀。
Jokes aside, if what you say is true, I can just watch a few outsiders solve Longqiu's trouble on their own.
行走江湖，还是要讲点义气。
Reputation matters in my line of work.
反正只要找好了时机，有没有另一束的助力其实也不重要，对吧，姐？
So long as we have the right timing, it doesn't really matter if we have another shoe helping us. Right? Perception.
的确，
Right.
哎呦，不过咱还是想不通，多尼戈尔这究竟是图什么？
But I still don't understand what Duonigues is really after.
真要把师傅弄醒，可没什么好果子吃啊。
Things won't end well if we wake up my master.
他的师傅，
Yeah, master.
多尼戈尔自己的事情暂且不论，我们要怎么把握这个时机？应该不是全凭运气吧？
Duonigues' side, how do we seize this opportunity? It can be purely based on luck, I assume.
那当然，虽说没料到现在这一波，但办法咱确实提前准备好啦。
Of course not. Although we didn't expect to reach this point, we did prepare in advance.
别忘了， 之前去琥珀街的时候，咱可不是光顾着做生意。
Don't forget our trip to Amber Street earlier.
那些炮仗，
You mean the fireworks?
然也。其他钉子的方位，咱一清二楚。
Right, and I know exactly where the other nails are.
但凡哪边有放烟火的动静，嘿嘿。
We just need to wait and see where the fireworks crack.
对了，做了总比不做好。咱先去把这边的钉子重新封上。至于那烟火嘛，估计用不了多久就能看着了。
Oh yeah, we should go seal the nails on this side first. It won't be long before we go to see the fireworks. Ooh.
"风景不错。哎，要出发吗？要出发吗？
Okay, and I think that is for this part, and we will see how it concludes in the next episode. It will be the episode 7.
一鼓作
And
气，出发！
actually we got a really
西纳迪亚，
nice
准备接近
explanation
目标
about how things work. So
大家要跟上了。
Duonigues seems to think that it's unfair that Longqiu, the world which the show of sacrifice actually gave his life for, and he want to probably reserve it. That's at least our assumption. But we will find it probably next episode. So as for right now,
一鼓作气，出发！
I thank you for watching, listening, and see you in the next episode. Have a great day, night, afternoon. Go!